Jeff, say something.
Something.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Reverend Guitar Circle I Ranch, where I am punishing Jeff's eardrums this morning. LJ, they call him, Little Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like that either. He's not really little. Kind of, you know, he's got them shoulders. Manly kind of guy, aren't you, Jeff?
They don't call me the wall for nothing, man.
They don't. They call you the wall. Well, I'm here with Jeff this morning. LG is at home.
Is your mic on?
Is my mic on? I don't know. Is your mic on?
I don't know. Adam Baum says your mic's not working.
Do we not check this stuff? Is it working now?
Seems like it.
Hello? Are you getting a signal?
Yeah, I am.
Well, then it's working, Adam.
I would assume that it is.
Yes. Well, I bet the guitar mic was working, wasn't it? Man, I was making some noise there, wasn't I, bud? So what brings us together today, Jeff? Is there anything in particular that we want to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I just knocked that G string out of tune, but everything else is fine. I
No
fixed
way.
it.
How did
I
that go
fixed
out of
it.
tune?
I fixed it while we were going.
I saw
That's the
that.
greatest thing
It's
about the
glory of
fuzz.
the reverse headstock,
You get
right?
that right. You get that, and then I just rocked that right up today.
Really put on a show.
Yeah, I'm putting on a show. That's right. Today I am here to discuss. I'm here to discuss the Billy Corgan Z1 Railhammer pickups on the Reverend show. It's okay that we talk about Railhammers at Reverend's, right? Can we
Yeah,
do
they're
that?
They're in a separate building, right?
Yeah, they're in a separate building. Yeah. Often people refer to any of the Railhammer products as the Reverend pickups, which is technically not incorrect because they're both Naylor creations. However, just to be clear, when Naylor is working on Railhammer designs, he's not thinking about Reverend, he's thinking about guitar pickups in general, which is why we market all the Railhammer pickups. We actually have dealers that just sell Railhammers, that don't do like the Reverend thing. And so, but I am going to sit here on the Reverend show and talk about the Railhammers for sure.
Sure.
Because these Billy Corgan pickups were developed for the Billy Corgan Z1, which I have a couple behind me. I'm sitting in front of this gorgeous black one here. Damn. You guys have seen these, of course. We've talked about these here a number of times. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is what is featured in the first episode of this season of the Ken and Greg show. See how timely
You are
we
not
are?
mistaken.
It's like we're thinking.
It's like we planned that or something.
It is weird, isn't it? And I get into the pickups. Greg and I get into the pickups a little bit while we're on that show as well. So the pickups have been out technically for about a year since we launched the Z1 guitar, of course. But they've only been available in this context, in chrome and inside of the Z1 guitar. Today, the pickups go live at the Railhammer retailers, not only available individually bridge and neck in chrome, but also in this very, very stunning black, which, let's talk about the black for a second, shall we? That is my Matt West that I use in my band Jay Navarro and the Traders. But we have some black ones installed and a few other things as well. Check this out. This is a Gibson Les Paul.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
What a goof.
Oh, I'm going to hear about that from the Gibson guys, aren't I? This is a ESP LTD, a model that they call the, well, this is not a Viper. What do they even call this?
Eclipse?
Eclipse. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Jeff knows what's going on around here. I don't. Yes, and that etching pattern on the black covers is rather stunning.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And it's kind of fun in this context, too, because we have that sort of set neck, 24 and 3/4 scale action. When I was doing the intro music, I was running my Red Ryder fuzz pedal from the Wonder Company. If you guys haven't been to Wonder's, follow Wonder on the social medias. You should follow their Instagram page. Wonder, Nick over there, did the definitive documentary on Reverend Guitars a couple weeks ago on
Deep
Instagram.
dive.
Yeah, I mean, he really broke it down.
Yeah.
He covered all the bases. It's an excellent, very, very short, but very, very to the point
Poignant,
documentary
yes.
on everything Reverend and Naylor and myself. My favorite part was when he said I was handsome. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How much that cost you?
It's gonna cost me something for sure. So here we go. This is the bridge pickup. I'll strum. Middle position, as that one guy says. And the neck is gorgeous. These are hum cutters, so there are 2 full coils underneath of these covers. We've just...
Here we go.
Want to say it for me?
No.
We remove the blade from one of the coils and the pole pieces from the other coil to take a smaller slice of the magnetic field that's being created by the strings so that we can simulate the sound of a very, very hot P90, but yet eliminate all of the hum. And so if I go to that bridge pickup and turn on the tube screamer, but then where it really gets fun is when I turn on the Red Rider. Whoa! Fuzzy. How about that fuzz on the neck pickup? I like them. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then, of course, that's the fuzz thing is, of course, super associated with Mr. Corgan because he's laid out some killer fuzz tones over the years. I always play more of a smoother sort of metal gain. So it's not irreverent, dude. So things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Just something to be said.
Yeah, right. This is my Angry Charlie, which is my preferred metal pedal of choice. I like that more compressed, like super hot rodded Marshall tone. Oh, that's way out of there now. Billy Corgan Z1 pickups in the ESP Eclipse.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I got this guitar for, I don't know, maybe.
Easter?
No. I think I got it from Musical around here in Toledo for maybe $5.99 or $4.99 or something. Those pickups really dress that up, don't they? I mean, it's kind of badass. And it rips. It sounds really good. Needs some locking tuners and a little bit of nut action. And you know what I mean? Put a little bit more work into that bad boy and stay in tune. You want to see something really cool? Can you see it? Is it in the shot?
It's in the neck.
This is fun. I got this guitar a couple weeks ago. I don't know if anybody was with us when Greg and I did the Ken and Greg show at Rock City Music in sunny, beautiful Well, Toledo is sunny and beautiful. Livonia is more gray and
Beautiful.
dismal. I'm just kidding. Michigan people always rip on Toledo, so I felt like I had to get a little dig.
Because they lost the war, man.
Yeah, I know, you're right. That's totally true. I got this from my good friend Nick at Rock City. This is a 40th anniversary Squire. What does Fender call this model? Jazz Master. That's it, Jazz Master. And we did, Tim here in our office, Mr. Tim Cornick, did rather extensive work to this beautiful guitar. Yesterday, he shot a killer demo video demonstrating Railhammer clean cut pickups versus the stock pickups into Jazzmaster. We did it with this guitar, and that's cool. That'll be coming probably sometime next week. Jeff will get that posted. Really, really nice content from Tim. Looking forward to seeing that and having that out there. And then when he was done with that, I had him put a mint guard on this and put the new Billy Corgan Z1 pickups in gold in the Jazzmaster, and I love the way the etching pops on the gold pickups. Are we getting this good, Jeff?
Yes.
That is, and with the mint surround too on this one. Woo!
Handsome.
Now, full disclosure, we ordered the pick guards for this guitar from our friend Anthony at Pick Guardian in Akron, Ohio, so that it would fit perfectly. And also, we had to do some body routing on this guitar to fit humbuckers in it because the regular Jazzmaster pickups don't really, they don't go very deep into the guitar. So we had to do some routing here, which Tim handled all of that beautifully. And yeah, and this is, I mean, it's still very bright. This guitar in particular also suffers from some trem issues. So I won't be grabbing that like I would a Wilkinson. But it's a nice, bright Fender clean sound that, you know, quite a bit more lower mid-range, I'm thinking, on that bridge pickup, because the bridge pickup with the traditional Jazzmaster setup is really bright. But you get into the neck, that's a nice sound. And there's something interesting that goes on with the pots and the roller too.
I don't know what goes on with those.
I don't either, but if you flip that switch, that's the bridge. That's a nice sound. Does that do anything? Does that switch do anything? Or is these become
I don't know what
volumes,
those
or?
things do, man.
Watch how
I
Ken
just set it
learns.
and forget it when I play guitar, man.
Watch Ken figure out a Jazzmaster live on YouTube.
It'll only take 2 hours.
I'm sorry, Jay Maskus. I don't know anything about these guitars. I'm
He's
trying.
watching on set.
You see, here's what I play. This has one pickup and a volume control, and the other two knobs, even on this guitar, are just for show. When I play out live, I don't even ever touch the tone of the bass contour. I set up my rig and just play. Back in the day, in the 90s, I didn't even put any pedals in front of me. I had a 20-foot cord into a Marshall head, and that was enough for me. And now, of course, I'm fancy boy. But anyway, so this stuff is, that's why we have Tim to do these demo videos on these fancy guitars. But my point is that these sound and look freaking beautiful in this anniversary Jazzmaster. Like, I really like the way this has come out. It really looks awesome, and we will be we're going to put a lot of pictures of this out on the interwebs. I think I put some on my Instagram this morning even. Yes. I bet Lenny Lou is looking forward to visiting with this guitar.
Yeah.
And for the Sunday cat photos, as it were. Yeah, because this is super sharp. So and I can't thank Mr. Corgan enough for letting us pursue this and go down this path. The whole story behind this pickups, I told it with Greg in the video, and you've heard me talk about it with the guitar. But Naylor and I have gone to see the Pumpkins together probably 6 or 7 times in the last 7 or 8 years, 9 years, and we noticed on the last couple of tours that some of his old F brand guitars were coming back out to play some of their earlier stuff. And Billy mentioned to us how our BC1 guitar and pickups were really nailing his sort of modern tone when he's using his modern high gain amps and getting him the clarity and the sound he needed. But when he was going back to reproduce the tones from the early part of their career, that it was pushing a little bit too much mid from him in his sort of vintage setups. And so we designed the Z1 guitar with the alder body to sort of address that. And then new pickups were also forthcoming. So what we're looking at with these hum cutters is this bridge pickup is very similar to our Heavy 90 pickup in that it really throws a lot of bottom end. There's really a lot of bass there and a lot of output, and it just sounds killer. Whereas the bridge pickup is more similar to the original Billy Corgan model, just with the output adjusted slightly, so that it balances well, of course, with the new bridge pickup. So, ladies and gentlemen,
there is a tone comparison chart on the Railhammer site.
Oh, there you go.
That is updated with those new pickups, so you can kind of see where they fall in line with the other pickups. So,
see, these are things that I don't know. I don't know.
It's just some behind-the-scenes Jeff stuff.
What do I do? That's Jeff stuff. Hashtag Jeff stuff.
Hey,
yeah,
figure
I like
it out.
it. So yeah, all of this stuff is on the tone compare. You know what? I'm gonna go check that out because I haven't seen it. Well, I haven't seen it since it's been updated. I haven't seen it in a while.
Boy, is it a looker.
Actually, and of course we have more guitars to come. I've got some Sir thing that's got this bridge pickup in it. That I've got one of their old flashback guitars. That guitar just rips with this pickup in it, and we've got a couple other things that we're gonna do. With these pickups to demonstrate them in a few things outside of the Reverend Signature model, because they are available for you to put in any of your humbucker loaded guitars, or you could mod the shit out of something like we did with this Jazzmaster.
Sure can.
And it's totally worth it. Jeff,
Ken,
any questions for me while I drink some coffee over here? I love
so,
questions.
Scott says he needs a professional opinion on which color Z1 Railhammers would look best on a Purple Burst Sensei.
Oh,
It's tough. It's gonna have chrome hardware, so.
yeah. I mean, obviously, chrome or black, but boy, that black ones would really pop. Really pop with the edge of the burst and stuff. Yes. I'm thinking black. Indeed, I'm kind of fired up on the black ones now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I do dig them.
you've got them in a lot of your guitars.
We got some prototypes of these things months ago to make sure that how we wanted to see how cool they were going to look with the etching on the black and the gold, and so I've actually been gigging out with this one since May. Since May.
They've been floating around for quite a while.
Yeah, we've had these. Yeah, so I'm super happy with it for sure. This is a Matt West guitar that used to have a P90 in the bridge, and then
Surgery.
nothing but a Dremel. Ain't nothing but a Dremel. Yeah. Actually, it was probably a pin router, but Green did it right.
Yeah, you don't see what he does. He just does it.
Yes.
Jared wants to know any new colors for the Fat Fish 32 coming out next year?
As of right now, we are going forward with black on the Fat Fish because that seems to be Brad's color of choice. So I don't have any plans. However, there is a change coming to the Fat Fish. It is going to have a new headstock next year. Brad has his prototype, and he is beyond ecstatic about it. I have gotten a few very, very excited messages from Brad about how much he likes the new headstock design. So, look forward to that coming on the Hauser.
David Blaine says, when and where can I buy them? Website just links me to the signature guitar.
Which website?
I would presume, I don't know. I don't know if David's looking at the Reverend website or the Railhammer website.
Any Railhammer dealer can provide these for you. Right out of the gate, I know we have shipped them to Rock City in Michigan, Tone Shop in Dallas, Bees Music in Mount Pleasant. Mac Daddy Music is a great stocking Railhammer dealer. He has everything in stock at all times. Guitar Riot in Cleveland. Who am I forgetting? Why am I being a doofus?
I wasn't listening.
Oh, that's real nice.
I was reading
see how you are.
reading
Here in Toledo, Heights Guitars or Small Box Music both stock the Railhammer line. I'm not certain if they've got these in yet, but if they haven't, they can just come grab them.
That's
you know,
true.
because they are ready to go. So if you call Small Box and he doesn't have them in stock, he can just come pick them up. Or Heights, that's totally fine. And I know I know I'm missing some people who we've shipped these to. I know we've shipped them over to England and Germany already. So yeah, they should. Any Railhammer dealer will be able to get this taken care of for you. But
So
those are
visit the
ones-
dealer section of
Yeah,
the
visit the
Railhammer website.
dealer section of the Railhammer website. Yes. Yes.
Confusing as we are on the
I'm-
Reverend stream, but
I know we're on the Reverend stream, but this is a Railhammer. It's Railhammer Day here today.
Railhammer Day.
Right? You know, is that thing nailed down to the wall? That thing over there?
no, you want it?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Yeah, let's just. I don't know where I'm going to put it exactly, but
Put it on your lap.
in celebration of Railhammer Day, this is fancy. Here comes. You're going to see Jeff. Here he comes. Oh, bye, Jeff. Here we go. Oh, there it is. There's the little Railhammer sign.
Now you're stuck with it. It's heavy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it is heavy. Jeff, why don't you tell them about the origin of the sign? The sign itself.
Well, there's a
is
whole
super-
video for it.
There is a whole video about the making of this.
A local maker, David Picciuto, made that for us.
Yes.
There's a very cool video of him, his process of making that.
Yes.
And he did a great job.
He did a great job. It's beautiful. The video is fun as hell to watch too. But
Yeah.
this is all like 3D and this all
Yeah.
carved, and it is
Steel
in
frame.
the cool steel frame, and yeah, this is
Don't
rad.
drop it,
You're
'cause
right.
boy,
I
would
am
that do some
stuck
damage.
with this.
Yeah.
for
You want me to
the-
take it back?
Nah, I just put it in this little guitar stand right here.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
cute.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a picture of that. That looks nice.
Sure you will. All right, so Luis has a question. Says, any thoughts on making Reverend/Railhammer mini humbuckers?
Wow, there are weird things in the works right now, but there are no mini hums in the works at the moment. And I get this question a lot on the single coils and the P90s as well for Railhammer. And the concept, the thing that originally started the Railhammer pickup was that a lot of times with full-size humbuckers, you're taking such a large slice of the magnetic field that's being created by the strings that the low end the low end of a neck humbucker in particular can have a tendency to get a little muddy and farty. And then one of the reasons why the blade pickups became so prominent is because they really do this natural compression thing that sounds great on the lower three strings of the guitars, both in ultra high gain situations and in ultra clean situations. And what the Railhammer pickups do is they address that low end of the humbucker thing without sacrificing the high end. So pickups with full blades like the old Bill Lawrence pickups or what's going on underneath of the covers of like some of the EMGs and things of that nature, blades have a tendency to make the high end very, very shrill because of that slice of the magnetic string thing that I talk about all the time. That's not what I say, but something like that. Boy, autopilot there,
Yeah.
didn't I? I just
You blacked out, yeah.
Woo! So they were designed to correct a very specific issue that Naylor felt was in the humbucker pickup. And so we haven't really translated it to P90s or single coils or even mini hums yet because that problem isn't as prevalent in those style pickups. However, they do sound excellent and would sound very, very cool in those formats. We just haven't done it yet. So a thing to remember with these pickups is that there are no parts available for us to make Railhammer style pickups out of. We can't just buy A lot of these like hand-wound pickup makers and stuff, and guys that are out there that do incredible work. By the way, I'm not trying to insult anybody at all, but you can buy mass-produced bobbins for P90s and mini humbuckers and things of that nature, and wind your own pickups. And a lot of pickup makers do that because these are parts that have been made the same way for generations. The Railhammers take a custom bobbin to hold both the blade and the poles. So when it comes to making a mini humbucker or a P90 or a single coil, we have to invest quite a bit in order to have the molds made in order to make both the bobbins and the covers. And so we're trying to, just full disclosure, I mean, we're trying to grow the brand to the point where it's worth us investing that kind of money in making those things. Because I don't think we'll ever sell as many P90s or as many single coils or as many mini humbuckers for sure as we do the full-size humbuckers. So we have to have the business sort of to a point where we can justify the cost of doing those things. There, full disclosure. Wow.
You did it.
I did it. I talked about the business. But that's the God's honest truth.
Yeah. Well,
that's why you haven't seen them yet.
RNJT1113 wants to know if a hyper vintage neck and a Bob Balch bridge would work together.
Absolutely, without question.
Ooh,
we are getting we mix and match pickups all the time, and that is actually a popular combination because the Balch bridge really has its own tone, and really this sounds a little strange, but really any of the bridge pickups work with any of the neck pickups because the strings are so much louder here than they are here. That's why we boost the output on the bridge pickups so much in order to get some balance there. And realistically, when it comes to balancing something like the Balch and the Hyper Vintage, you might have to put the Hyper Vintage a half a turn of the screw closer to the bridge, or closer to the strings, I mean, in order to match the output of the Balch pickup, or lower the Balch pickup slightly. But there's not going to be a situation where one is so much louder than the other that they're going to sound that much out of balance. Now, tonally, you can come up with some very, very creative things, you know, and because like when you start talking about all of the mid-range that's going on in a Nuevo 90, say, or Billy Corgan, if you were to put a Billy Corgan neck pickup with a Bob Balch bridge pickup, there's so much mid in that Corgan that the two pickups are going to sound wildly different. But that can also be a cool part of your thing. You know what I mean? When you go to the neck pickup, if you're looking for this or that. One of my favorite, here I go. Ready?
Yeah, here we go. Tangent.
All right, tangent. One of my favorite guitars that Naylor ever designed was the Commando. And the original Commando between 97 and 99 had a lipstick pickup in the neck with Joe's humbucker in the bridge, and wildly out of balance. The lipstick pickup is, you know, like 2K. However, it was a really cool guitar to, if you were doing like strummy stuff, like singer-songwriter stuff, you know, like Ward. And you don't want to play an acoustic because you're not an acoustic guy, because acoustics. Leave it at that. So you can get all that jangly, beautiful, clean sound out of the neck pickup, right? And then be able to flip to that bridge humbucker to play lead guitar on. And so you basically be looking at two different settings on your amp. Like I'm gonna run the lipstick through the clean setting of my amp, and I'm gonna run the humbucker through the dirty setting of my amp, and it gives you a very, very versatile guitar. Even though plugged straight into one channel, the pickups don't balance very well at all. So there's no wrong way. This is all I'm saying. There's no wrong way. Yeah. There's nothing wrong.
Tinker.
Yeah, have fun with it. We do, right? Obviously. Look at us. Look at what a couple of happy guys we are.
Who would have thought?
I knew it all along.
So Luis has another question.
I like Luis.
He says, any thoughts on making those kind of useless in-between positions, which I play in the middle, reverse polarity, a standard thing?
No, because that's again, that for somebody who's looking for that, that's an easy enough mod. It's something that you can do with a push-pull pot, or something that you can just hardwire by flipping by flipping the wires around. So I don't think we would ever do it standard because it's kind of niche. I like the reverse polarity stuff. I like the out-of-phase stuff. I like all of that stuff. But I don't think it's ever anything that we would do standard.
So, Scott, back again, says, since we are coming up on the end of the year, any 2023 previews or spoilers? Any
Nope.
idea what the flame top color will be?
Nope, I'm not saying
Lips
yet.
are sealed.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything just yet. We're still dialing a few things in, and there are some new guitars that are going to be coming towards the end of the year next year. But no, we are approaching a pretty massive color thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And yeah, so but it's not going to be January 1st either, folks, because unfortunately that's not the way this business works anymore. But it will be early 23. I guarantee some stuff will happen on or before the NAMM show, April 13th and 14th of 2023. There's going to be a lot of new stuff. So if there's something color-wise, so if there's something in the line that you're just absolutely crazy about now, get on it, because there's going to be some color changing coming up that we are very, very excited about. So thanks for asking, because it got me all excited. I hope you guys can feel my energy.
It's palpable in the room.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it is. It's about to get really loud in here with this guitar again. Greg's.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, oh, great. Yeah.
Well, I'm not hungover today, so that's good.
Well, that's good. That's a nice change. That's a nice change for the work week. Good for you, Jeff.
I don't like the loud Friday morning shows if I am hungover. It's not ideal.
Browns playing this weekend?
I mean, you can call it that, yeah.
Yeah? Who are they playing?
The Texans.
Oh, yeah. Who's the Texans?
Houston. Imagine that, huh?
I can't keep are they an expansion team, or did somebody move there and change their name?
Houston, the Oilers left Houston to Tennessee, and then eventually Houston got another team. So
Okay.
they are, in a sense, an expansion team, but they've been around a while.
All right.
Look at us talking football on the guitar show.
I know, yeah.
The views are dwindling now. I do have another question, though, if you'd like to
Okay,
take
I'll
one
take
more.
another question before we talk about what's coming up this weekend.
All right. Well, last question in my 6-gun HPP, says
kick
Scott.
ass.
Railhammer and bridge, mini humbucker in the middle, and stock P90
Yes.
in the neck. What do you think?
Railhammer in the middle?
Railhammer in the bridge, mini humbucker.
Mini humbucker in the middle. Oh, that could be done. Yeah, okay, sure. I don't know how well the mini humbucker is going to blend with the Railhammer or the P90 on either side, your positions 2 and 4. I have no idea what they're going to sound like. But as a standalone position, a mini hum in the middle is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Let
good
us know
time.
how it sounds, Scott,
Yeah, Scott, let us
if
know.
you decide to do that.
Yeah. Cool.
What fun.
Yeah. What's going on this weekend other than football, Jeff?
Take Weights playing at the Ottawa Tavern.
Yeah,
Our own Joe Burkhardt.
I'm definitely going to that. Yeah, the Traders were supposed to play this weekend, and then there's a thing, and we're not. But the show goes on without us, and so Joe Burkhardt, yes, Reverend and Railhammer players, his band Take Weight will be at the Ottawa Tavern in Toledo, along with DJ Dave Kevin Adam, who works here at Reverend Guitars as well. He will be performing a set, and then Reverend and Railhammer player Todd Evans and his former signature artist Todd Evans will be playing with his band Lazy American Workers, one of my favorite bands of all time, and they will be playing in Toledo for the first time in many, many years.
Playing a show
tonight,
for the
like
first
playing a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did a show in Indiana, I think, last month. Something came up, and then I know they played with Legbone down in Dayton last summer, I believe, which was awesome. So it's going to be super fun.
Legbone.
So if you're in Toledo, come hang out with me to go see the Lazies and Take Weight and DJ Dave Kevin Adam tomorrow
A good point.
at the
brought
Ottawa
up.
Tavern. And then, yeah, that's about it.
Well, a good point brought up by Guillaume Ledike. Sorry about your name.
Guillaume?
We will talk about the World Cup. Soccer is not a forbidden subject matter.
No, not at all. We'll talk about the World Cup.
The United States play 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So you watch that and get, have
then
some drinks in the morning, take a nap,
Yeah,
go to the Takeaway, Lazy American Workers, Dave, Kevin, Adam
there you go.
show.
My
at
guess
night.
is that the Village Idiot Mommy will be open at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for your soccer viewing
I will
and
be at
drinking
the
pleasure.
switchboard downtown Toledo where my wife will be pouring drinks. And I will
Oh,
be,
that sounds like a good time.
yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to get out of Sylvania tomorrow morning. They're having a 5K runs right through my neighborhood.
Just drive through it.
That's a good point. That's rude.
I
You can't
know.
do that.
I was just kidding.
You can't do that. But you know what I could do is I could park outside of it tonight and then walk to my car in the morning. See?
See you there.
If you really want to do something, there's always a way. That's what I'm going to leave you with. If you really want to do something, there's always a way.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Billy Corgan Z1 pickups. If you have any questions, go ahead and launch them to sales@railhammer.com, sales@reverendguitarist.com. Mr. Tim will get back to you. And then that was about it. Let's do some of my my famous esoteric noise, shall we?
Famous.
Famous, infamous esoteric noise.
National anthem?
Notice how I can do those overbends on this guitar?